Damn, Q. Baby, you did that.
Yo, you already know what it is, man. We back in the basement for another installment of Off the Block, man. This is when we get exclusive interviews, one-on-one interviews, though. Just your boy, man. Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205, man. And today, we got a special guest in the building, a friend of the E-Block, of course, you know what I'm saying? A friend of mine, of course.
Sir.
And a friend of the community, dog. We got to say that. That's the biggest thing, for sure. I got my man, Khary Frazier, in the building, man, from Detroit is Different, dog. What's good?
What up, man? Glad to be back. Should have been back, but definitely the morning show, we get into some interesting takes on hip-hop. Amongst other things. But I'm back because, you know, I'm talking about the community work we doing, man.
For sure, dog. And I'm excited about the community work, dog. But first, I got to say, I was excited about how you came down here in the Jim Brown.
Oh, yeah, man.
The Jim Brown throwback.
Yeah, man. Crazy. So it's like, you recognize it, but Jim Brown's role in, like, blaxploitation movies, the black community, many things. It's like when I think about Jim Brown, it's like, yeah, that's dope. So it's like I'm mindful about what jerseys I got. I think I got the Dwayne Wade, not Wade, but Dwayne Wade from Hillman.
Right, got you.
I got Iverson. I got Isaiah. I got the Rodman with the Pistons. It's a couple more I'm gonna get, but be mindful with the jerseys. But I'm today, definitely for these interviews, I'm rocking the Jim Brown.
No, that's for sure. Because like people, I don't think people understand how detrimental he was to the community for real and shit. Man. And that's why we was a little pissed about the thing with Trump. But we won't get into all of that.
Hey, I mean, I don't look at that relationship part. I'm looking at more so like the calling, the meeting for Muhammad Ali when he chose not to go to war and a lot of the other things. I mean, people are definitely, I'm not going to be 100% for anybody, but it's a lot that I know he's done that I do rock with. So that's what I'm rocking with.
I mean, you heavy in the community, though, and being an activist and being involved in the community there's instances where people's perspectives can get skewed. So I know you understand that.
I mean, perspectives, and then also I think for him and like a lot of the other black folks that was like in Trump's corner, like a Don King and a Tyson or a Mayweather, like these people that have personal relationships with him. So thank God, I don't know, as polarizing and provocative of a figure that's entering into forms of leadership that I don't know of, but I don't know what response I'm gonna have if reference to like one of my homies or somebody that's been very kind to me over time ends up in another position of leadership where it ain't best. I just kind of got what my relationship was with him to go on.
That's definitely a way to look at it, Doug.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
Nah, for sure. Now we talking about activism, we talking about the community, but let's talk about some greens, bro.
All day, the collard green cook-off is back. Y'all see. And actually, the I don't know if people know your Bruce Wayneism, but
for sure.
Q was able to help Get Smart be one of the sponsors for the collard green cook-off, so that was really dope. But
shout out to the corporate sponsors.
Yes. Saturday, July 26th. Chandler Park, you want to be there, the old tennis courts. You know, if you're from the east side, you should know the footprint of Chandler Park. For those that's from the west side, it's just all Chandler Park. You're going to find it, and it's going to be fun. And this is the first time we doing it on the east. So this was something that I was looking forward to myself.
I ain't going to lie, because that's why I said I saw it was Chandler Park. I'm like, damn, for real? Like, I wasn't sure for real. What made you choose that?
Okay, so it was a lot of people saying we got to do it on the east side, and really...
Ain't nowhere else. To be honest,
you go. I mean, when you think of the energy too and the feel of it, I think it's gonna be perfect.
No, for sure. What did somebody put you on to that, or like how did you choose Chandler? Like somebody put that bug in your ear? Because we know you're a West Sider, though.
Yeah. But I know a lot in the East Side, man, especially like Lower East Side. So my project manager Suzanne Clegg that worked at ECN for a long time, Eastside Community Network. That used to be, Warren Counter Association for years, for people that know like the neighborhood work. And that's that footprint. But from that footprint, she has a relationship with Alex Allen that runs the Chandler Park Conservancy and just a lot of other people we got. Like we got our Grandma Street team. Brenda Butler is Chandler Park like ever. She's a lot of the reason why they have the sheds that they got out there now.
For sure.
So it's people that support Detroit is different. That's East. Like
For sure.
as much as the organization, I'm West and we
Right.
based West, but I also think that my part of the West Side, like, you know, my pocket, like Linwood, Davidson, it's a lot more what would I say?
East-side-ish?
It's a lot more of an East Side-ish,
East-side-ish? Yeah.
West Side community. You know what I'm
sure.
saying?
I can dig that.
If anything feels.
For
you know?
sure. Now, what year is this? Because this has been going on for a
This
while.
is the third year.
Okay.
This is going to be the fourth iteration. We had two last year. We had like a playoff and championship,
Yeah.
which we will bring that back. So that way we can have
Gotcha.
some East Side and West Side energy just to, you know, flavor everything. But but this is the third year. We excited about it.
You had a 2-time winner too, right? 2 in a row.
Yeah, Buddha is not
Yeah,
that
shout
for
out to
whatever
Chef
reason.
Buddha.
Yeah, Buddha.
He not?
Nah, Buddha don't want
Yo.
for whatever reason.
He
Buddha
tired of
is
whooping.
like
He
I
tired
think
of
he gonna
whooping ass.
I think he gonna come back. I don't know if I say all that, but I think he
Okay.
gonna come back next year. It's almost
Okay.
like I look at this like it's sports, you know what I'm saying? And I love boxing. It's like when that boxer stop for a second, sit down,
Yeah.
vacate the belt,
Got you.
and then gonna come back and be
back
like,
and
all right,
take it
come on
back.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, because 2 times in a row is crazy.
Yeah.
And I heard they was good. I haven't had his greens yet.
Oh, his greens
I've had
on
some
point.
other stuff though, because I
Yeah,
had
Chef
some of his
Buddha.
other food. Yeah, but haven't had the greens yet.
Oh, it's on point. He
Yeah.
rarely cooks it, but it's on point. It's
Yeah.
on point.
So you be cooking too, or
Yeah, I can cook. I
Yeah.
can cook. I can get down, especially like
Okay.
my greens. I don't know if I would enter a competition per se, but I think my greens are cool.
Yeah.
I do them in the slow cooker because I like them to cook all day. It stank
Yeah.
up the crib because
Yeah.
collards ain't gonna
Collards,
smell the
yeah,
best.
for sure.
But cooking it down all the way to get real tender. I get a lot of my seasonings from the Twins now, but Rockies and Eastern Market, they got a good
Okay.
green seasoning.
Yeah.
Along with the green seasoning, they got a good vegetable seasoning. And I also think with greens, it's massaging them that matter a whole lot.
Damn,
and
I'm not even
cutting.
Yeah.
So
Definitely cutting, because I know that some people just be putting like damn near whole leaves in there.
man, if you got a whole leaf,
You know,
that's
'cause
nasty.
some
man.
big ass
That's
greens is
nasty work.
crazy.
That's nasty work. We want
Right.
to get some greens that are like the right cut has a whole lot to do with taste too. Especially you don't want to get a big ass stem
Right,
in the middle of your greens.
But you want to get a little stem because that's
you
where
want to
some
get
of
a
the
little
seasoning
bit,
be.
yeah,
for sure.
yeah. But you don't want like
Yeah, the big one at the
and
bottom.
leaf.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
No, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, you don't want that.
Now, are these greens coming from like community gardens and stuff? Or?
Local gardens, all of them.
Yeah.
The Detroit Black Farmer Land Fund providing all the farmers and growers in it. So it's gonna be about 500 pounds of greens, 480 pounds of greens.
Jesus.
That's gonna be there.
It's a lot of greens.
It's a lot of greens.
Now, how long is the event though?
It's from 2 to 6.
2 to 6, okay.
You get to vote even for coming. You come and you get your complimentary tasting ticket.
Gotcha.
After that, you pay for tasting tickets. Go on Eventbrite and sign up for your complimentary one, or you can order some of your pre-bought tickets right now.
Oh, okay, bet. And what do they look up on Eventbrite? Just collard green cook-off?
Collard green cook-off.
Gotcha, for sure. Now you said it's the third one or the fourth one.
Yeah,
This would be the fourth one.
yeah.
Yeah, so like how has it like transitioned into
Oh, man.
what it is today? First, you know what? Let me ask a better question. How was the first one?
The first one was great, actually. And it was so unique because it stormed.
Oh, really?
Like it stormed in the middle of it. We had to move
Damn.
to an indoor location,
Okay.
which we locking in our indoor location now because you
Just in
gotta
case.
have it.
For sure.
Y'all know this summer it's been some interesting storms to
Bruh,
say the least.
Winter and summer, like
Yeah, I didn't even
typhoon
think
is
about that.
crazy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it stormed, so we went to our indoor location. But even during it, when the day broke, people went back outside, was eating greens.
Yeah.
It was engaging. The first one was a great success.
Okay.
What led to the playoffs being a good success, that was a partnership with the Black Leaders Detroit.
Okay,
Shout out to
BLD,
Sharia and
yeah.
them. Yeah.
Okay.
And the last one, the last championship, that was fun too. So
Yeah.
like it's been something that the community really connects with. As I think
sure.
collard greens, like a lot of stuff, Detroit is different base. We're really trying to touch the culture of Black culture of Detroit. And
Yeah.
collard greens is Black culture if it ever was something.
No, for sure. Has the market for like the community garden increased since you've been doing this, or like is there a correlation? I guess.
I can't say exactly, but what
Yeah.
I can say is it gives a lot of the growers an opportunity to take the stage where they usually aren't seen.
Facts.
Because when you
Yeah.
think of a lot of the farmers, we're not thinking about a lot of urban farmers,
Right.
and maybe one or two, but this gives a stage to so many to be seen
Yeah.
and known, and really building that relationship between the people that cook it and grow it. Because
Yeah,
a
for
lot
sure.
of people that cook aren't necessarily thinking like, oh, I could go to this farm over here. I didn't know a farm was over here, like in the North End or on the east side.
This is kind of an aside question. Is there some kind of directory for us to find all of these?
The Detroit Black Farmer Land Fund, one of our largest sponsors and supporters of this. It's so many different farms that you can connect with across the city, and then in different scales, because some people may have like half of a lot, right? Some people got like whole blocks. You know what I'm saying? It's all dependent upon what fits you.
Okay, but we can find it. Yeah, because that's why I was curious. Because I'm thinking like, dang, I kind of want to start taking advantage of some of this stuff, but like, how do I find out about it?
And this is it's getting close to harvest time for the last harvest. So I would say right now, we definitely know what's in season. Watermelon's amazing right now. Sure. So that's happening. But collards grow a little bit into the fall. You can still get some good collards in October.
Good watermelon up here?
Yeah, right now you can.
Oh, all right, I'm gonna have to look into this because I've been on my watermelon shit. You know,
you can get some sugar babies right now, like that if they're growing them. Yeah,
and they're growing them good up here.
Yeah.
I'm so thinking like they got to be coming from down south somewhere. You know how that goes.
It's a lot of stuff like the right season, the right grow, the right people that know it, and then some of it like when you dealing with the earth. You responding also to the other things that's just happening. And we've had, as I talked about the rain, we had some good rains that really is helping the garden. So like on the flip side, as much as hopefully your basement ain't flooding or nothing like that.
No,
but,
you're right, exactly.
The rain does serve a functional purpose for life.
Facts. No, that's the truth. Now, of course, we're talking about the greens and the cook-off and the people who supplying the greens. What else gonna be going on during the event, though?
Okay, you just hooked me up. We're gonna have some cheerleaders there, so that's gonna be fun.
So you already connected with them?
We connected already. It was like, okay, I thought to myself,
I went back and forth, and I didn't know they were saying it was gonna be another event, but they was like, "Q, we gonna figure it out." I'm like, okay,
I love it. Yes, so we gonna have some cheer squads from the east side there that day, so that's gonna be fun. Along with that, we're gonna have Detroiters Different live on stage for all of the sponsors to really talk about why they're connecting in the community. I'm gonna host that. That's gonna be fun and going. It's not gonna feel like a lecture, you know. And then the judging competition. I don't know if people seen my Howie Bell commercial, which is hilarious because Howie Bell is way. He's taking judging greens way too serious, I think, in some ways. But serious, Howie Bell is one of the judges. Coco is also another judge.
Shout out to Coco.
Orlando Bailey from Outlier Media. Micaiah Glenn from Bricks Wine. And also Chef E from In the Business of Food. So the judges, it's going to be fun. And you get a chance to vote, too. So, like, when you get your tasting ticket, you also get some voting chips, so you can vote. It's 50-50.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so I get to judge too, and I get to eat.
Yeah. It's like, as I say, I take a lot of elements of sports, so it's like that's like some of the dunk contests.
No, for sure. You know? Now I know this is a thing. Detroit is different. Obviously, I know this is the Detroit community. But had you ever thought about expanding to other urban communities outside of Michigan? Or
we definitely wanted, like, we see that in the growth because there's some other cities with growers where we really want to see also, and I think that's going to bring more energy around Detroit. Saying, Detroit about to beat Memphis and Chicago,
like
and the rest of these cities.
Yeah, for sure. Who you think would be like the best? I mean, obviously, I know we want to say Detroit, but like,
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna remove Detroit from my bias, but I'm gonna say from like the travels, man, it's gonna be tough because it's gonna be between Cleveland and Memphis. I'm gonna say
what? Cleveland?
Yeah, man.
They growing good greens in Cleveland.
They growing. They
You're
cooking.
not just saying that because you got the Browns jersey on.
Hilarious. I got fam there, so yeah, you could say I'm biased. You know what I'm saying?
I knew it was something. No,
yeah.
Now, when you started this, like, did you start this on your own, or was it a group effort? Like the first one, how did this even come about?
The first one came about because we did a lot of studio. We used to do. We took the podcast studio, and I had live bands performing on the lots where I have my garden for years of like the COVID-19.
Gotcha.
So like in 2021 and 2022, it was like, let's be outside, you know, if y'all remember that.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
it seemed like it was so long ago, but it wasn't for real.
No. 2023, we ended up with one sponsor for the collard green cook-off. So it's like, man, that would have been a day. The rest of the funding didn't come, but that was almost meant to be. So shout out to Regina Ann Campbell and Bill Institute for being our first banner sponsor and making sure that it happened.
Yeah, man, that's what's up, dog. I'm kind of excited about this, right? So I'm not even I have to say that I had fell off being a collard green fan after my grandma passed.
See, a lot of people say that
because I felt like
that was the standard.
Yeah, that was the standard. Yeah.
That was the standard. But
so now I'm getting excited again.
Try some of these. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it takes years. You got to recognize your grandma was cooking greens probably from her grandma for years. So by the time you got your grandma greens, you got like her at her. Yeah, you got the. You had like the Jordan coming back greens. You had the second championship run of Jordan. Yeah. You had,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I can dig that.
The 70 win season Jordan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, with the collard green cook-off kind of being a success, I would say, are you looking into other food competitions as well, or are we gonna stick to collard greens?
We're gonna stick to collard greens. A lot of people offer things like you need to do something with macaroni and cheese or this, that, and the other. And I would say this.
I hear the argument for macaroni and cheese, but I'm gonna be honest with you. As I've become older, I realize that macaroni and cheese ain't shit but cheese and pasta. Like it's not that serious to me no more.
I would say a good mac and cheese is amazing, but it is that. But I also know like the Detroit is different through line is like black culture. So it will have to be something like that, and we would be supportive of another entity moving in that. But also we like to touch different things, which. Yeah. Anybody running like any type of like firm where you engage in this stuff, it's better just to stick to one thing and just drive deep in it.
Facts.
But we like to touch a lot of different parts of the culture. So I don't think we will. At least I don't think we will. We would be supportive of somebody else doing things like we've heard sweet potato pie, we've heard peach cobbler, we've heard all types of stuff.
Because then maybe some people are growing some of these fruits. So we can get into that. Okay, that kind of makes sense. But for right now, let's stick to the collard greens.
We sticking to collards,
for sure. You got any favorites that you think are going to be top notch that weekend, or
I would say no. I gotta say, y'all gotta come and find out. It's already people thinking like I'm Vince McMahon of collard greens from some other stuff with Buddha and everything. It's like, oh, they conspiring. You know what I'm saying? But it's like come out, have fun. We pay all the growers, we pay all the chefs, so it's really a bragging rights thing. It's a celebration around it.
Yeah, for sure. I guess there's another question. This is kind of off subject too, but Detroit is different though, right? I mean, I knew it as a podcast, but also it's like it's a whole movement. Like, so for people who might just be getting familiar with you, like. Kind of tell people what Detroit is different. What Detroit is different is.
So the mission of Detroit is different is healing community through media and events. So a lot of the media is that podcast. The events is the collard green cook-off, but it's a through line really tapping into what we call legacy Black Detroit. So that Black culture that's been here and honoring it in a way that I feel sometimes it's not understood and nuanced. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so like people look at it like it's just something that's hood or something that necessarily can't be respected, where it's a lot of reason and context for it. Like even being in Chandler Park, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that be like, you should do it at the riverfront or something like that. And this is no offense to the riverfront, but I'm getting a whole different energy
for sure.
in Chandler Park. I feel really engaging our people with the people and being of it.
For sure, and that community would definitely appreciate it. Like I said, I was surprised when they said it was at Chandler Park because I was figuring it was going to be on the west side somewhere. So I'm excited to hear that it's over there. And Chandler Park is decent now. Like I think people got a negative connotation of Chandler Park, but it's been on the uprise for a while now.
And see, this is the thing about like the Conservancy's been doing great work. I mean, they got the skateboard park over there,
the little workout area,
all types of stuff.
Right, the dome out there. People don't even know about that. I don't think.
But even more so than that, like even when that wasn't there, as I always say, Detroit is different. If you want to go down the street. Getting into, as my aunt would say, foolishness. It's a lot of that to get into in Detroit. But it's also like even within that same lane, whole different other thing. I mean, it's groups of retirees that have been meeting there the whole time. You know, just playing some dominoes, kicking back, and talking to one another.
And we playing golf now.
And then it's a group that been in street business the whole time too, but it's back to like business. what do you choose, what do you want to connect to, why are you going over there? And that is not just there. I think so many other places like Detroit. So you got to know the culture and also know that like some of the same spaces and places that you would think are, oh man, they would never respect this, that, or the other. When you come with respect, there's sometimes the largest group that will be supportive of something constructive as opposed to just staying in that lane of what you think could be destructive.
That's for sure. Because to be honest with you, like a lot of the things that go wrong, and not just this city, but any kind of urban city, I think it's just the lack of things to do, resources and things to do. Like a lot of times, people don't even know that. Like, damn, I could be doing something else, and that kind of lead to crime.
Yeah,
you know, that kind of stuff. We ain't about to get into all that.
I don't mind. Is the devil's playground, as them old people used to say.
Now you stay in the community, dog. So I have to mention that not too long ago, you were posting about the candidates coming up for the mayoral race. Now I know we don't want to get all political, but like, what you thinking about the political, like, kind of atmosphere around with this transition coming up?
I think that a couple things. First off, I think that Detroit is in a tough situation moving forward with the monies that are going to be due owed to the pension. So like the pension payments are coming up soon from what was set in like the restructuring of the debt from the bankruptcy. So not to get too in the weeds, but if y'all know some people that got a city pension, you probably have heard this exhaustively. Yeah, if you don't, it's distant to you, but this really impacts some of the things that the city can do with some of the income. Also, a lot less government money, federal government money is coming, and not just to the city of Detroit, but a lot of other entities, as we've seen this presidential administration. We was talking about Trump in the beginning.
Cutting off some stuff.
Changing the way that it engages with the way it looks at spending. So that's going to have an impact on Detroit too. So.
And in a roundabout way, all of this affects you and your mission, though.
It affects everybody. I think whomever ends up in that position will have to make some tough decisions about who to stay, who goes, what programs exist, or like the consistency of them. After we've seen so many rec centers just get reopened, how long will they be able to stay open and things like that? So we got to take that into consideration. But I also think there are some really qualified candidates that are in this race, not just one or two. It's just more so like the nuance where things are different. And that's for mayor. And for city council, we're going to have a little bit of a new look for city council too, at least 2 new seats.
For sure.
We're going to see a different feel of Detroit also because Duggan was the mayor of Detroit for 12 years.
Right. That's a long time.
That is a good amount of time.
Yeah.
So like
that means a lot of things are in place. Like, for sure.
And relationships. How even some of those same relationships, I don't know if anybody ever has like seen the functionality working in government spaces, but you know, it'll play, it's going to come into play. So I really do. I am hopeful that whomever ends up in that position can first really build a stronger base of relationship with community that feels as though they're not a part of the system. So that's one. And then along with that relationship and that trust from there, see where the residents are responding to meeting the resident needs and also share like what the limitations will be in the office. But trust will be very key in this election.
I think the last 12 years, I think that piece has been missing.
And with a lot of communities, with some communities, they like, yo, I love it. But in other communities, it's been a big disconnect.
Yeah, it feel like you're in a different place almost. Yeah, and that's not gonna be good. But anyway, all right. So enough about that. I didn't want to get too deep, but I figured I know that your platform sometimes hosts political events. So you welcome that. So I just wanted to kind of test your temperature on that. We won't get into names specifically because we're not gonna do all of that.
I got you. Name names.
Right.
That's that podcast. The podcastism is like name names.
Now after we cut this camera off, I might ask you some questions. But before
like
that,
Vernon Maxwell, it's like owe me $20.
Vernon Maxwell, a fool though, ain't he?
Yeah, Vernon Maxwell, Mad Max. Shout out to him joining all the smoking and all the stuff they do.
No, for sure. Yeah, shout out to them. Now, there's another question too, though, just about the things that'll be going on that that weekend. So, of course, we got the live podcast going on. Any entertainment going on? We're
gonna just like the judging and the cheerleaders is gonna be enough. I'm telling you. it's such an experience, and I'm thinking Nathan Chase I'm gonna have be like a commentator. Comedian Mike Leary is the host.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah, we in the
it's
box.
gonna be fun.
Yeah, you in the box. Yeah, you got him as the host. You're gonna be good for sure.
Yeah, shout out Mike Leary.
Yeah, I'm super excited they was able to pull off the cheerleader thing for you though, because I just didn't know if it was gonna work or not.
Yeah, I am too, because that's where I felt like it would be really cool and that intergenerational feel, because I didn't want something one way or the other, but
right, all old folks out there agree. Yeah. Now I'm excited about the idea of this becoming a national kind of thing. What can we in the community do to make that happen? I guess
I'm gonna sound like almost every rapper on earth. Like, share, subscribe.
Right.
No. But you got to really share it, hashtag it to your people in other cities. Like, this is what we doing in Detroit. And I think that it being so community based, and it's going to even open up more of that discussion. Like, we can pull that off.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, I'm going to be the first then, since we done had the conversation. I'll be the first to try to make it a little more national.
Like, yo,
I think that'd be dope. Do this. No, for sure. Especially once they see the footage from, like, you know, from the events itself. Now, if it does rain, you said there is an alternative for inside. Where is that? Or do you disclose that if you don't have to? Or like,
nah, we not. Okay, because it's going to confuse people. They're going to be like,
you're right.
They're going to be down the street.
Addresses. Right. So just know that it is there.
But it's close. Let's just put it like that.
Okay. Were you able to get any like anybody from like the local media to get involved as well either, or are you guys handling all of the media?
We've had some support from local media. It was listed in the Detroit News top 5 food events of July.
Word.
And in the past, we've been on Channel 2, we've been on Channel 4 with this, and CBS and PBS. So we've gotten a footprint of some media, and right now it's like the push that we're looking at more media. But I can't be in the lane of content creation and podcasts and not come. So hence, that's why I'm here at E-Block. I was Rise and Grind this morning. You helped create what me and Turner going to get down with in First Friday. So I'm looking forward to...
Shout out to Black Fridays.
I'm looking forward to all of the movements.
Yeah, for
you know what I'm saying? And really, I guess, being more present at coming together with podcasts. You were the one that said, yo, man, you need to go to this Afros and Audio. So
for sure,
since then it's like triggered more relationships and more thought process. And you know, this is a place to turn over the stones too. But also if you follow Detroit is Different and you one of the people that follow and share, thank you, sir. But we got a lot of social media up too, so that space too. And
I always think, like, for me, that's the simplest thing to do though. Like, just hit the share button. Like, it's even if my theory is, even if it ain't for you, somebody on your timeline might could use it. Yeah, for sure. I don't think it's that hard. I don't know why people make it so difficult. Speaking of Afros Audio, though, and your connection to the community, I am hopeful that we are able to have a panel talking about the importance of like community-based podcasts, and so that's the thing that I'm trying to get going out there. Yeah, I submitted for that. Also, when talking to Denzel yesterday with the Black Fridays podcast, he's interested in going too. So I'm just trying to get some people like on board to get down there, because like when this thing really gets to where it can be, I don't want nobody to ever say that like I was a gatekeeper. Like I've been trying to get people. I
can definitely say that you are definitely not that.
For sure.
We were kind of in the talks about doing something Midwest this way. I'm sure that will happen.
Yeah, for sure.
The Podskers and like so much more of the movement, Pod Talk, the magazine, like it's growing, and it's many of us that are in this space that can learn from one another, sharing resources. Really, it should, I believe that it'll probably be coming soon that like when people have different things, it's like, okay, you can hit kind of these 5.
You got a circle
in that mix.
I'm telling you, man, you put it together with all the urban areas across America, man, we can have like an underground railroad, for real, like a green book.
There you go.
For real. Speaking of greens, though. So what made you, this is one of the last questions, though. What made you guys go with collard greens as opposed to any other kind of greens?
Well, even the story of the collard is so unique. So collard greens really the origin
this.
is,
I ain't hip.
origin of collard greens is similar to like a lot of our stories as black folks. It comes from West Africa. So during the Mayafa, the Middle Passage, or when we were captured and enslaved here, a lot of our people carried the seeds for collard greens in their hair. What? And they planted those when they got to shore. A lot of the enslavers, colonizers, whatever you want to call them, they didn't really see the value in the collard greens. So they looked at it like it was just a weed, similar to like the slop that they would give us. And, you know, we take pig intestines and create them into chitlins. We made collard greens something that we always kept for subsistence. So the story of the collard goes into so many other black stories. And some of this I'm picking up from, there's a collard green festival in Atlanta that's been going on for maybe about 14, 15 years. And it's a collard green festival in Tampa that's huge, supported by Publix. And that's been going on maybe about 20 years. And actually, it was Rochelle Riley that shared with me that it was a former photographer from the Detroit News that started that collard green festival down there.
The journalist from the news. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Damn. Now, what's crazy about that is I did not know this story about collard greens.
I didn't either till a lot of people were hipping me to what that connection is.
Damn. Okay. It makes it even more important. It makes it a little more exciting, dog.
Yeah.
All right. Well, like I said, I ain't gonna keep you long, dog. Give the people the information again.
All right.
And so hold up the flyer, of course.
We gonna hold up the flyer. Y'all need to check. Be at Chandler Park. Be at Chandler Park. Make sure you sign up on Eventbrite so that you can get your complimentary tasting ticket or buy some other tasting tickets. It's going to be fun. 2 to 6, an experience that I think you need to come to really get what it's going to be.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, I'm glad you stopped by, man. Glad we was able to talk about this. Glad you educated me on like kind of the origin of collard greens, because I was curious. I'm like, I wonder why they chose collard greens, which I know like it's prevalent in the black community, but I didn't know that for real backstory though. Nah, for sure. That's what's up, dog. Well, thanks for coming down. Again, make sure you hit my man's up on Eventbrite, dog. The collard green cook-off. Be at Chandler Park. That's on the east side, dog. You know where it's at. Right across the street from KNG. You know where KNG at.
Hilarious.
Right, pull up on there.
Hilarious.
You said the old tennis courts.
Old tennis courts. So that's all the way in the back. So yeah, come check us.
Right, all the way in the back. That's it. I mean, all you basically just ride around the circle. You run into it. Nah, for sure. All right. Well, thanks again for having me, dog. Give the people your social media too, so they can reach out to you.
Detroit is different. All of the tags at Detroit is different. Get us on TikTok. Get us on Instagram. Get us on Facebook. For always.
Sure. That's what's up, dog. So again, thanks for having me, dog. This has been another episode of Off the Block, man. Signing off. It's your boy Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205, man. Peace out, y'all.